This is the continuation of the previous video. For better understanding, I'll be executing the assignment programs given to you. The assignment programs, like I've explained it in the previous video. Let me show the output. Okay, already I have typed the program. So this program is for exchanging the contents into memory location using stack operation. Okay, let me execute the program. Here, according to the program, the content stored in 20H and 21H location, it has to be exchanged. Let me give the input as 88 in memory location 20 and 99 in memory location 21H. Okay, let us see what happens when push instruction is executed. When push instruction is executed, the stack pointer by default it will be pointing to 7H location. It will be incremented by 1, that is 08. So in 08, this input 88 will be stored. Let me execute the program. And next this 99 will be stored in 09 location, that is when push 21 instruction is executed, whatever is there in 21H location will be stored in the stack. See, stack pointer is incremented by 1. Okay, let me see the contents in 08 location. So here you can see whatever is there in 20H and 21H, it is stored in 08 and 09H location. Okay, now the output has to be 99 and 88. So what happens when pop instruction is executed? Whatever is there in 20, whatever is there in the top of the stack, it will be transferred to 20H. So the data in 20H location becomes 99. And whatever is there in 21H location, that is 99, will be changed to 88. This is how the contents are exchanged in the stack using stack instruction, that is push and pop. Okay, let me execute the next program. Okay, this program is for squaring a number using subroutine. Okay, here in the program, the data is stored in 10H location. Then a subroutine is written in order to perform squaring operation. So for squaring, we need to use multiplication instruction. Whatever is there in A, that has to be moved to B, and mul AB instruction has to be used. Let me execute this program. Okay, so here I need to give the data in 10H location. Let me give the value as 05. So okay, so answer is 25 in decimal, but will be converted to hexa and the result will be displayed as 19. So whatever is there in 10H location, that will be moved to A register. Okay, that is 5 is transferred. Then call. So whatever is there in PC, that will be stored on the top of the stack. Okay, then whatever, say now the subroutine, the control will be passed on to the subroutine. Whatever is there in A, that is 5, will be moved to B register. Multiplication operation is performed, then return, it will come back to the subroutine. And in A, what is the value? That is 25 in decimal, that is 19 in hexa. It will be transferred and stored in 15H location. So you can see in 15H location 19 is stored. Let me terminate the program. Okay, the next program, that is for adding 8 numbers stored in the location 35H onwards, and here in this program we are asked to perform BCD addition. Okay, 35H onwards. Let me store the data. 99, 'Okay, now these are the numbers to be added. Okay, now let us see the operation. So here the first number, that is 99, is fetched. Okay, then Ri is loaded with 7, move a comma at R0 to the A register, 99 is transferred, then increment R0, R0 will point to the next location, that is 36, add A and the content that is there in 36 location 88. So now you know that the result it exceeds FF, but because of this instruction DA, let us see what is output. Say add A, the answer is actually 21. Okay, but there is a carry also that is generated. See 21, it will see whether the lower nibble and the upper nibble it is greater than 9. In that case suitable operations will be performed. See now it is converted to 87, that is after the A instruction. Suppose there is a carry, R0 will be incremented by 1. Okay, so continuously the instructions will be executed until all the 8 numbers are added. Okay, now as per the program, the result is stored in 50H and 51H. So the answer is 476. So here see, when these using the calculator I have added the numbers, the answer is 476, and I am getting the same answer. This is stored in memory location. See, I have performed decimal operation. It is not hexadecimal operation, it is decimal operation that is carried out. And see here, many of you in the assignment you have written DAA instruction after DJNZ, which is wrong. This DAA instruction can be used only after addition instruction. So you need to write the instructions in a proper order. That is very, very important. Suppose now it is hexadecimal operation that has to be carried out, that is hexadecimal addition. In that case you don't have to write DAA instruction. Rest the program is same. If you are asked to add 8 hexadecimal numbers, then the program is same except for this instruction DAA, which you need not write. So the next program, that is for controlling the LED using a switch. So here in this program I have assumed that the switch is connected to port 0 pin 0 and the LED is connected to port 1 pin 0. So here I need to check the contents of the peripherals. So peripherals, that is I am using a port 0 pin 0 as well as port 1 pin 0. Now set bit instruction, it actually configures a port. When I say port 0 pin 0, it is the last pin. Okay, so now let me assume it is 1. Okay, so whatever is there in port 0 pin 0, that is FF, it will be moved to A register. A has become FF. Now you rotate the contents to the right by 1 bit position. Okay, now let us see if a carry is generated. Yes, a carry is generated. That means here port 1 pin 1, it has to be 1. Here now you won't be able to notice the change because already it is in 1 state. Okay, now next let me make the data in port 0 pin 0 0. That means according to the operation switch is in 0 position. Now let me execute. So this bit has to be go off, indicating that LED is in off state. See, now port 1 pin 0, it has gone 0, indicating that LED is in off state. Now let me make it 1 once again. Let me see the changes. Okay, I have to configure this pin as input pin. Let me execute now. See, now it has turned on. So this is to indicate whether a pin is acting as an input port or a output port, and this is to indicate whether it is 1 or 0. Okay, thank you.